We are now in Elul. Elul is Ani ledodi v'dodi li. I am unto my beloved as my beloved is to me. The only way that we can get in touch with a relationship with God is through finding the Tselem Elokim in each other, particularly when it comes to husbands and wives and with children. When we involve ourselves with the process of listening, just like the oral law is required to be studied with listening, if we work on Ani ledodi v'dodi li, to be close to Hashem in this month, preparing for Rosh Hashanah, our job is to listen to our spouse, to listen to our children, to listen to our grandchildren. I have a cousin who, when I was going through something in particular, he came over and he listened to me and he did this. And I was so taken by his looking at me with such compassionate eyes and just listening. I got a taste of what therapy is like. That when I endeavor to listen to a client and just do this, that gave me comfort, and I can understand that that's what gives a client comfort when someone is listening to you and absorbing what you have to say. This is very important in Elul when we listen to each other, when we listen to people in our lives and we listen with compassion. That's how Hashem listens to us. If we want to get close to Hashem, Ani ledodi v'dodi li, we must start by listening to each other. Listen to the concerns, to the pain, to the sadness. We have to empathize with the things that are going on. And when we show emotional support to each other, that's the bonding, that's the listening, that's my listening ear, listening, integrating, and empathizing with what someone else says, whether it's my neighbor, or my friend, or my aunt, or my sister, or my brother, or my children, or my grandchildren, or someone else in my life, and I listen like this. That is living Torah in an emotional way of Ani ledodi v'dodi li in our lives. If we do that, then measure for measure, Hashem will listen to us when we explain our troubles and our pain and our experiences. We have to be able to listen with compassion, just like the oral Torah. And this is the month of preparation for accepting upon ourselves on Yom Kippur, the Torah itself. Yom Kippur is the time when Hashem forgave us for the golden calf, for the Egel HaZahav, by giving us the Torah. That's what Yom Kippur is. It's a forgiveness for the Egel HaZahav. 40 days from Elul, 40 days from Rosh Chodesh Elul until Yom Kippur, 40 days of the time Moshe Rabbeinu was on the mountain, and he came down on Yom Kippur with the second Torah, the second Luchos, the second tablets, and he gave us the Torah. That was a symbol of Hashem's forgiveness. We are forgiven for the mistake of golden calf on Yom Kippur, and therefore every year is called a forgiveness day, an atonement, because that's the day Hashem forgave us for the golden calf. If he can forgive us for the golden calf, if Hashem can forgive us for the golden calf, he can certainly forgive us for our transgressions, which are less than avodah zarah. However, we have to put in our own amelus, our own effort, our own engrossment in Torah life. That's not only learning Torah, it's living Torah. When we live Torah by being emotionally supportive and listening, taking the principle of oral Torah of listening to my Rebbe, listening to the masters, listening to Chazal, integrating, thinking about it, and then giving my words of comfort and compassion and empathy. That's how we can prepare for Hashem listening to us. We want Hashem to listen to us. How do we do that? By listening to those around us. And Yetz Hashem, let us use the principle of oral transmission, of using our ears to listen and integrate and to absorb someone else's pain and their feelings. And in that way, God willing, Hashem will listen to us. Ani ledodi v'dodi li. I am to my beloved as Hashem, our beloved, is to us.